Hey guys, so we're back with a foundation review. So today's foundation is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm going to tell you guys a few things about the foundation before we get started with the application. So I got this foundation in the shade Tahoe, and it is described as a medium dark foundation with caramel undertones. I don't necessarily say I would describe my skin as that, with caramel undertones. I would say yellow undertones. That's what I remember Tahoe foundation being. Like in the other foundation, the All Day Luminous foundation, that one I'm in the shade Tahoe. It's a little bit too yellow, but that's the shade that I use when I wear that foundation. I was surprised to see that it says with caramel undertones because I don't know, but hopefully it's the same shade as the other foundations. Like the name is still the exact same shade across all the foundations. That was the only thing that I was kind of like, well, wait a minute. But I think it always has said caramel undertones, even on the other one. I don't know as far as that, but we'll see if it matches me once we apply it. This foundation was released in 33 shades, and I just want to say that I think Rihanna started a revolution. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's going to be available at Sephora on December 26th. This foundation was $49. I'm jumping all over the place just so you know. This foundation was $49. And I did pay for 3-day shipping, 2 or 3 day shipping, I can't remember. So it was more than what it usually be. Usually it would be free shipping for domestic orders. I don't know about international, but I did pay for shipping. The All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation is also $49, and the Sheer Glow Foundation is $47. So the price is typical for NARS prices. All right, so this foundation has medium to full coverage, and it is buildable. It has a 16-hour wear, and it is a untraceable foundation. So I'm assuming that it's going to really melt into the skin, and you're not going to be able to tell that I'm wearing foundation, which is so awesome. It is for normal, combination, and oily skin types, which I was very shocked because when foundations say it has a natural radiant finish, usually that means that if you have dry skin, that this will be great for you as well. But they didn't say that. They just said normal, combination, and oily skin types. So that was very odd. That makes me think that it's more for people with oily skin, but there's nothing on anywhere that says anything about the foundation controlling oil. So I'm not quite sure. It's fade resistant, transfer resistant, and sweat resistant. So I think that's all I want to tell you guys. Oh, it also says that it resists oxidation, so color stays the same all day, so it shouldn't oxidize. It's dermatologist tested, and it is non-comedogenic. So I'm excited to try this. And it is in 1 fluid ounce, which is the typical amount for a foundation. So this is the packaging. It's a lot skinnier than their other foundations. On the back it just says the name, Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and it also tells you to shake well. So I'm going to shake it. It does have a pump, which is pretty cool. I'm going to actually apply this with a foundation brush. Okay, it just tells me to apply a small amount starting in the center of the face and blend outwards. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to roll my sleeves up. I'm gonna just pump it on the back of my hand. So the foundation is kind of running down my hand. So it has a lightweight liquidy formula. So I'm gonna start in the center, like it says, and then just blend it. And I'm using a Sigma F84 brush. And I did have a bump on my chin. You guys probably saw that. So we'll see if it covers it. Looks like it did. I would say a little bit goes a long way. So I probably don't need nearly as much as what I put on my hand. And I don't feel the foundation on my skin. So that's really nice. Yeah, a little bit definitely goes a long way. I will say that it has kind of clung to my mustache. Let me add a little bit more foundation there. Okay, when I added more and blended it downwards, it covered it. So that was nice. All right, so far so good. I really like the look that it gave my skin. It does give it that radiant finish. I would say this is a really good match as well for me, for my skin tone. And I want to stress that a little bit goes a long way. You can see on my hand that there is a lot still left. You really don't need a lot if you don't have a lot to cover up. All right. That looks good. So I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup, and I'm going to show you guys the face products that I use. And yeah, I'll come back and tell you guys my final thoughts before I do the check-ins throughout the day. All right, so hey guys, I finished the rest of my makeup and I think the foundation looks super nice. Like my skin looks really smooth, and the only thing that I applied before applying this foundation is my moisturizer, and it is the Drunk Elephant La La Retro Whipped Cream. I love this stuff. I applied that before I applied this foundation, but no primer or anything. So the foundation still looks like it's wet, almost like it hasn't set. So I'm going to touch my face, clean off my fingers a little bit of any powder or anything. And I'm going to touch my face because something's telling me that once I touch my face, I'm going to have some of the foundation on my finger. Yeah, like a lot of the foundation. Can you see that? Can you see the brown on my fingers? And you can kind of see my imprint of my fingers right there. So as far as the transfer resistant, I don't think so. I did set my under eye. You saw me set my under eye and my chin and my nose and my forehead. I still see the luminous look on my face. And even next to my nose, it kind of almost seems like it's already kind of oily. And it hasn't set, like the entire thing hasn't set yet, even with me using the setting powder. I don't know if it's going to set throughout the day, so I'm going to keep you guys updated on that. And this is my first time talking since I've completed my makeup, and I do see that it's starting to crease just a little bit with me just talking to you guys now. So I'm assuming that in a few hours, I'm going to be talking more and it may crease even more, but we'll see. We'll see how it looks. So it is currently 11:50 a.m. So I'm going to come back in maybe 2 or 3 hours and just update you guys on if the foundation has set or any more creases or oiliness or anything like that. So just keep on watching. All right, hey guys, so it is 3:31. So it's been about 4 hours, well, almost 4 hours. I put it on at 11:50. So far the foundation looks the same as when I applied it originally. The only thing is that I can zoom up a bit. You can see that I'm cakey, I would say, next to my nose, and my oiliness is starting to peek through next to my nose and on my nose. My smile lines are a little bit more creased than earlier, but I wouldn't say that they look too bad. And just overall, I think the foundation, it still looks really nice. It's just my oiliness is starting to peek through. Another thing is that the foundation has not set at all. So when I was telling you guys originally that the foundation was transferring, it's still transferring onto my fingers when I touch my face. So the claim that it has to be transfer resistant is not true. That's kind of a downer with this foundation, but I'm going to keep you guys updated in a few more hours and I'll let you know how it's looking. So yeah, keep on watching. All right, hey guys, so it is 9:51. So it has been pretty much exactly 10 hours of wearing this foundation. I'm gonna just hit you guys with the bottom line. The positives of this foundation is I think if you have dry skin that you can wear this foundation, even though it doesn't say that it's for dry skin types, I think you will be able to wear this foundation. It does live up to the lightweight foundation that it says it is. I did not feel this foundation on my face throughout the entire day. The color match seems to be really nice on my skin, and I think the foundation is pretty. It gives my skin a really pretty look. On to the cons of this foundation. I am very oily. I would consider my face to be super oily. I didn't touch up all day, of course, because I was doing the review, but I think even with using blotting papers, I still would have looked luminous because I looked luminous after I had set my face. So I really think by using blotting papers, it wouldn't have made that much of a difference. I mean, it would have been better than this, but I don't think it would have made a huge difference. Because it's so oily in my T-zone, I already know if I was to touch this, then it would come off. So just touching it is on my finger. Touching it is on my finger. And those are the areas that I actually set my face. So setting my face didn't change it. It didn't make it any better. I'm still transferring in the areas that I set as well as the areas I didn't set. It's also foundation on my fingers after doing that. I did hug my mom earlier and some of the foundation transferred onto her face. So I had to wipe her face off. So it's not a good foundation match for my skin type. The foundation is beautiful, but it's just breaking down, like my oiliness is breaking it down. I say all that, and I probably will wear this foundation again just because I think my skin looks really nice in it, even though it looks a little bit cakey next to my nose. I think by applying some powder on top of it or using blotting papers, it will absorb the oil. So I'm going to try that now. I'm going to use the same powder that I used earlier, the CoverGirl setting powder. And you can already see. So adding powder really will absorb the oil. So you can see the difference between this side and this side. It absorbed every bit of that oil. If you have oily skin, you may want to keep a translucent powder with you because you will need it. So adding that setting powder really just made my face look like how it looked when I first started. My smile lines are creased, but not any more than they usually are. So I'm not mad at all at how my smile lines look. I really like how it looks on my skin. Just the oiliness was a huge thing with me. So I'm gonna make sure that I keep either some setting powder or blotting papers, which I really don't think that's gonna help. I'm probably gonna have to keep a setting powder with me. So doing that, and as far as the transferring of the foundation, I'm just gonna have to be conscious of the way I hug people and to not touch my face throughout the day, which can kind of be annoying, but this wouldn't be my everyday foundation because of those things. I would just wear it sometimes just to switch it up. So yeah, if you guys are interested in trying out this foundation, it will be available at Sephora on December 26th, and it's already available online. So I'll leave the link down in the description box where you guys can go and shop for the foundation. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.